Welcome to A Course of Love by Mary Perron. We are here to discuss Chapter 11 tonight. I'm Teri Angel. My co-host is Karen Palmer. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
And our lovely Auntie Jean, looking amazing tonight.
Welcome, everyone.
I'm so glad you're here. All right. Well, this was an interesting chapter, and I underlined so many things. I was like, I think I'm going to underline the whole chapter because it is so good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's on free will and willingness. Yeah. So, what did you all think of it?
Yeah, I loved it too.
Yeah.
I love the whole book.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I love the
This is
very
my second time
beginning.
reading it, so I'm
Yeah.
really feeling like I'm hearing it for the first time, even though it's
Mhm.
my second time reading it. It feels like it's fresh and new, and it feels like it's really landing in my heart.
Right. Yeah. I love how it starts out where it's talking about how they didn't give a lot of exercises for us to do. It's more of just the learning, and if you're interested in learning it, you're going to follow along and learn it. And, no matter if there were exercises or not. And I love that. I love how it starts out just talking about our attitude toward learning, right? So, and I've been there. I've been like, okay, I've already heard this a million times, and here I am in this class learning it again. But sometimes we need that. Sometimes we need to step away from the fact that maybe we know something because there may be somebody that presents it in a different way, and it makes sense. It just when it's ready to click, it's going to click. So I love that. I loved how it all started out, and then from there it just went into this beautiful teaching about our free will. A lot of people, I've held discussions with people who just don't understand free will, and I've had discussions with people who say we don't have free will. Everything's predetermined. It doesn't matter what we think or what we do. It's going to turn out the same way. And I'm like, I don't think so. That's not how I feel about it anyway. I think we all have free will to think for ourselves and to learn on our own. So I just thought that was really interesting that they're needing to go into right off the bat, explain free will to us. So yeah, that was kind of.
If you don't understand it, they have to.
Yeah, exactly.
Reading through the chapter, I kept coming back to the idea that this is the original challenge. If you're a Bible reader, rebellion happened in heaven, and some of the angels rebelled against God, according to the story. They said no one would follow him if they had free will, that they only follow him because he's the creator, and that and of course the experience in the Garden of Eden supposedly was kind of a failure because they didn't listen to him. So to me, what the whole thing is that question: will we be willing to do God's will rather than our own will? And I think it's been answered millions of times because millions of people have shown that they are willing, to do it. And Jesus being the prime example that he was willing to do God's will. And I got to thinking about when he was in the Garden of Yosemite praying right before he was crucified, and he was saying, take this from me, take this from me. But the last thing he said was, not my will, but your will be done. And I think that's what it's all about. It's not that we're giving up our free will. We're not giving it up. We still have it. But we are choosing, just like Jesus, to do God's will. So anyway, it meant a lot to me. It made me feel like, yes, we can answer that question. We can answer that challenge, you know?
Yeah. Jean, there was one part in here that says God will never wrestle your free will from you or fight battles to win it for himself. It's not a competition with God. And that's so clear in this chapter to help us understand that we are part of God. The Creator created us. We didn't create ourselves. And we think that we're having to battle with God, and we don't. So I loved that one line. It's 11.14. God will never wrestle your free will from you or fight battles to win it for himself.
But and the fact that they brought out, we can just stick to our free will and just be really hard about it until we die, and it's going to be end up the same way anyway. We're still going to be returned to the oneness, to the whole. I mean, it's not going to make a bit of difference. So it's just beautiful, and I just feel like Jesus is talking to me when I read these chapters. I just really feel his presence in his words.
Karen, did you have anything special that jumped out at you in this chapter?
This one I really enjoyed was what willingness is it that you are asked to give? It can come in many manners and be given many forms. It can be called a willingness to change your mind or to allow yourself to be open to new possibilities. It can be called a change of heart or a willingness but to, for a little while, withdraw your fear and your protection from it. But what this willingness really does is allow your call to be sounded, your call to love and be loved. It is a willingness to receive love from your source and to be loved for who you are. Is this so much to ask? It is a call that comes not from weakness, but from strength. And that goes out to truth and not illusion. It is a call whose answer will come to you quickly on the wings of angels. A fluttering in your heart will feel, and for the angels too, we are all one. It may feel like loneliness compounded for a brief instant that you await its coming and feel the emptiness that has been opened for its coming. And I really loved that because I really feel that that's true. When we open to the angels, when we open to the experience of the allness of all one, we have to go through the experience of the contrast of what it feels like to be believing that you're all alone and there's nobody there and there's nobody going to help you and there's nothing left in this world that we can really rely on and trust and really fall back on. But when we know that that's not true and we really feel the experience of all one, all love, all light, all truth, then the experience of the illusion that we've ever been separated is almost laughable. And it's just so ridiculous that we can just completely fall back into that total trust. And for me, trust is to rely upon spirit totally. And when I just fall back into that trust, and I know that spirit's got me, and I don't have to worry about anything happening in this world anymore. I don't have to worry about taxes. I don't have to worry about insurance. I don't have to worry about the crazy laws that I have made, that I have put into a practice of believing that somebody has power over me. And that paragraph like really was like, yeah, I said yes. I said yes to the call. And I have, from that moment forward, and I really do believe, I believe this has been going on now for a long time for me. And I have been resting more and more into that knowingness and the certainty. And this world isn't affecting me the way that it used to. So
Right.
I'm really, really grateful for that. And I when I read that paragraph, I was like, yeah, you have accepted the willingness. You did say yes, and you have not gone back on that yes. So I was really, it's a nice confirmation when you read something like
Right.
that. And I feel like this whole book is a full confirmation of just like Auntie Jean said, it's like Jesus is talking directly. It's a direct communication. I snuggle up and I lay down and I really listen when I'm reading. I really, really listen to every word.
Yeah, it is. It's such confirmation in here. It's talking about knowing what love is. And I love when the writing on that, I'd like to read just a little bit of it. To feel you have achieved success in learning what love is all about is as ridiculous as feeling as if you have failed to learn what love is. Neither can happen. And your perception that either can will shut out all ideas of union. And union is going into the oneness. And then that next sentence, what love is cannot be taught. I love that. I think that should be a bumper sticker so everybody can see it. What love is cannot be taught. Right. And how beautiful is that? Yeah.
T-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I said this before, that I think that to me it's like and I know he is. He's reading right into your soul, into your innermost being, and he's pulling out the things that you need to work on, or you need to see. It's like, for me, it's the control thing, the losing control of yourself that causes your separation, that causes, and I know this sounds like a weird paragraph to choose, but there was one that said, your free will is the last bastion of your separate army, the final line of defense, the site where the final battle will take place. The final battle is with yourself, to let that go. That no, you don't have control. You don't want control. You just want to give it over to spirit. And I just, it just, I don't know. It says this is what the Father's trying to teach, and this is what this course is trying to teach. And that's exactly what I needed to hear.
Right.
I needed to hear that. So I mean, it's amazing. This book is truly amazing. But of course it would be. I keep telling myself, of course it would be. The greatest teacher of all times.
That's right, the master teacher. And
Jean,
what you were saying, it goes right along with another part that I highlighted, which says you can be faithful faithful to but one thought system. So either we think we're separate or we think we're in the oneness. We can't do both. We can't have one foot in one and one foot in the other. It just doesn't work. So we have to come to that realization. Which do we believe? What are we invested in the oneness? Or are we like trying to get that control, like you were saying, I want the control, and that's the separation.
The chapter also brings out not to be afraid. I don't know if I'm going to say this right. To commit, because nothing's taking your free will away from you.
Right.
If you commit and you say, yes, I'm part of the oneness, you could walk away later for a while.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing that's going to keep you from doing that.
Right.
So don't be afraid to say, yes, I accept this. I accept. And that's one thing that I definitely have accepted. But you see, that's the thing. We got to stop saying those things to ourselves, because we aren't separate. We are one. And you know it inside here. You feel it. You feel the part that you are of everything. And that's, to me, that's not going to go away. Even if you go away, it's not going to go away. You're going to take it with you.
That's exactly right. It's going to find you. And that was brought out very clear in this chapter. And I love this one line, and that's the last one I'll read. If anybody else wants to read more, go for it. Love is all that will fill your emptiness and all that will never leave you empty again, as it extends from you to your brothers and sisters. Love is all that will not leave you wanting. Love is all that will replace use with unity. Isn't that beautiful?
That's it. It's all.
Yeah, that's all it
simple.
is. Yep. Love is all that is.
It doesn't need any more explanation than that. It's just that. And the thing is that when we just relax into that, and that can you read that again slowly?
Sure.
And we can just let's just have a moment where we all, anybody who watches this, whether we watch on the replay or you're watching live, just have this moment where we join in that. This strengthens the idea. When we join, we strengthen.
You need not concentrate on where to find love, for love will find you. Love is all that will fill your emptiness and all that will never leave you empty again, as it extends from you to your brothers and sisters. Love is all that will not leave you wanting. Love is all that will replace use with unity.
Yeah, perfect.
It is. That is such a perfect paragraph. And
I'm going to write that down on a sticky note.
on the Kindle, Karen, is page 95.
Yeah, I'm going to write it. I'm going to write it down on a sticky note. The last sentence.
Yeah. Love is not going to leave us wanting.
It's not
at all.
It's not used. No. It's not useful. It's unity.
That's right.
I wrote at the very end a thought. The difference between a religious service, because I went to many different religions and services, and you might have felt a little better, like you had done some kind of duty when you went to it and everything, but it doesn't compare as when you unite with people who are God's children, who have that beauty of love in their heart. It's so different when you have that meeting. spirit is all around you and you feel it and it never leaves you. And what that is that love.
Yes.
That love stays.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. Love heals.
Mhm.
All right. Well, we are going to put our new caps on, our hats, and we're going to call in our Christine, who's been waiting patiently for us. Hi, Chris.
Hello, everyone. I'm wearing my piece.
You're wearing your
you
piece.
are.
All right. Okay. Well, we're going into our first chant, which is Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. I'm going to go see if I can grab Marlene and bring her in here to chant with us. So, Karen, would you share about this chant?
Okay, so this is where we're going to chant 3 times slow, and then we'll chant 108 times all together as our beautiful family. Beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number, and then beautiful Teri Angel will take us into the experience of freedom, and then we'll go into our second chant. So we declare that all obstacles be removed.
Om Ganapataye Namaha.
We declare that all barriers, conflicts, and violence be removed. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. We declare that all illusions, illnesses, and allergies be removed. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam
Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gan
Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gan
Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om
Namaha.
Gan Ganapataye
Om Gam
Namaha. Om
Ganapataye
Gan
Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam
Gan Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gan
Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om Gan
Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om
Namaha.
Gam
Om
Ganapataye
Gan
Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha. Om
Om
Gan Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gan Ganapataye
Om Gam
Namaha. Om
Ganapataye
Gan
Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam
Om
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om Gan
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gan
Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om
Namaha.
Gan
Om
Ganapataye
Gam
Namaha. Om
Ganapataye
Gan
Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam
Gan
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om Gan
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gan
Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om
Namaha.
Gan Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam
Om Gan
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om Gan
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gan
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gan
Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om
Namaha.
Gan
Om
Ganapataye
Gam
Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om Gan
Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om
Namaha.
Gam
Om Gan
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam
Gan
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om
Om
Gan
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gan
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gan
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gan
Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om
Namaha.
Gan
Om
Ganapataye
Gam
Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om Gan
Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om
Om
Gam
Gan
Ganapataye
Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gan Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gan Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gan
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gan
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gan
Om Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha. Om Gan Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gan Ganapataye Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gan
Gam
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha.
Om Gan
Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om
Namaha.
Gan
Om
Ganapataye
Gam
Namaha.
Ganapataye
Om Gan
Namaha.
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam
Om Gan
Ganapataye
Ganapataye
Namaha.
Namaha. Om Gan
Om Ganapataye Namaha.
Let's take a breath into our heart center. Focus on that energy of freedom, letting go of all those concepts, all those thoughts and beliefs that we can be separate, that we can have barriers, that we can have obstacles that keeps us from our creator. We just have to laugh at the silliness of that when we know that we're all one and we know that we're all connected through that oneness and we can never be separated from our creator. So let's put that giggle on and that smile that says, yes, we are free. And there is no obstacle. There is no no illusion of separation, and all there is love. This next chant, Jean likes to call it the chant of love, which I love that. It's also known as the miracle chant, which is Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. So, Karen, would you share about that one, please?
Yeah, this is where we're going to chant 3 times slow, and then we'll chant 108 times all together as our beautiful family. Beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number. And then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us into the next part of our session. So we declare that all are accepting, aligning, allowing, and awake. Nam
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
We declare that all are happy and healthy. Nam
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
We declare that all live in peace and harmony and are open and ready to receive miracles. Nam
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo.
Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam
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 Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge
Nam
Kyo. Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo.
Renge 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 Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo.
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo,
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho Renge
Myoho
Kyo,
Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam
Renge Kyo,
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo,
Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo,
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo,
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge
Renge
Kyo,
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo,
Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho Renge
Renge
Kyo,
Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho
Nam Myoho
Renge
Renge Kyo. Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo,
Nam Myoho Renge
Nam
Kyo.
Myoho Renge Kyo,
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo,
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo.
Renge Kyo,
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo.
Kyo, Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo,
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo,
Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge Kyo,
Renge Kyo.
Nam
Nam
Myoho
Myoho
Renge
Renge
Kyo,
Kyo.
Nam Myoho
Nam
Renge
Myoho
Kyo,
Renge Kyo.
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Let's go back into our hearts again with that breath, feeling the love, feeling the beauty that rises up inside of us when we give honor and glory to our Creator. So now, let the chanters come back to the breathing so that our collective energy of mindfulness will bring us together as an organism, going as a river with no more separation. Let the whole of the chanters breathe as one body, chant as one body, listen as one body, and transcend the boundaries of a delusive self, liberating from the superiority complex, the inferiority complex, and the inequality complex. Let's do that together, coming together as one as we chant Om 3 times slowly. Om is the cosmic sound of God. So, what we are doing is acknowledging the oneness and acknowledging that only love is all that exists. It's what we were made of, it's what we return to, and it's what we are inside of our human vessel. So let's take a deep breath in and chant Om 3 times slowly, and then we'll stay in our hearts for a minute and give that love away. So breathe in. Om. Feel the love in your heart. Know that love heals. Love is what brings us back to the reality of who we are and what we are. So feel it coursing through your veins, this beautiful love energy, and feel the Creator smiling because we are honoring each other and we're honoring the Creator and all of creation. As we hold that love in our heart, we're preparing to give it away into the world. Because what we give comes back, and what we give out as love raises the vibration of the entire planet and brings us to more close to having world peace, which is our heart's desire. So take that breath of love in, honor it, cherish it, and then let's give it away. Send it out like a wave into the world, a wave of love. Mm. Om Shanti Shanti. Om Peace, Peace, Peace. May peace prevail in our hearts, in our homes, and in our world. Om Shanti. That felt so good. Every night now it's been even more and more powerful as we give that love out into the world. And we know that peace is here. We make a declaration about it every night. And we ask our Chris to count us down so we can all say it together.
Yep, I am Mayana. 1, 2, 3, ha, halfway. We
We
declare
declare that there is
that
peace
There
on
is peace
earth,
on earth.
and
And
we
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 declare
declare that
peace
that peace
is
begins
inside
inside
of us.
of us. We
I
choose
I
to
choose
see
to see only
only
light
light
and
and love.
only love.
forever
forever
and
and
ever.
ever.
Amen.
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 And Jean, I think it's going to be to you again tonight.
Oh, that's right. Well, we have been doing this for 1,402 days, possibly three, but I think it's two. And it's such a joy doing this. It's just a joy for us, but it's also such a beautiful thing because we're joining with millions of people all over the world and hundreds of peas all over the world, sending out love, sending out peace, raising the vibrations of our earth, of our planet. And we would like you, since we have no visiting peas today, but there's probably some out there.
Yeah.
Right here we have, in the room, we have our sweet pea, our sweet little Christine. We have our beautiful songstress, P. Karen, our
P.
Mama P.
P.
Teri, and Auntie Jean P. And oh, the queen has put her shades of love on today. And we want to invite you, all of you, to come in. And since there are so many P's, our question to you is,
Why
wouldn't
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 you like
you
to
like to
be a
you
be a
be a
P
P2?
too?
you?
And speaking of peace and love, seeing her shades, we had a wonderful meditation today where we put on our sunglasses. Some of them had rose colored lenses in them, and we saw love and peace all over the world, sent it out. And those meditations are so wonderful and so powerful. And only 7 minutes. So please come in. It's at 111. I get confused because mine is 11:11. So it's at 1:11 p.m. every day Eastern Time. We would love to have you. Our energy joins together and it's so beautiful and so powerful. So please come into that. And Terry's going to tell you about something that's happening tomorrow that's absolutely wonderful. Terry?
That's right. Absolutely. Yes, we are looking through the eyes of love. And I know Karen has heart love sunglasses. You're the one that got me started on them, Karen. I have several pairs now. So tomorrow we have a healing circle that's going to take place. It's energy healing, and it's on all levels. Whatever's going on with you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or physically, just come on in, and we'll be doing an energy healing at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'd love to have you there. But you do have to sign up for it. It's not going to be broadcast on the air, and I'm putting the link right now. 10 million for worldpeace.org, and there's a tab for energy healing or for the healing circle, and just let us know you want to come, you want to be there, and sign up for that. And while you're there, take a look around, because we do a lot of things. We do blogs and podcasts, and it's just an amazing adventure that we've been on for a little over a year now, as we were guided by the angels to start this mission to bring more peace into the world. So thank you, thank you, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for showing up for peace. We love you so much. And we will see you tomorrow. We leave you with
Namaste.
Namaste,
Namaste.
y'all.
Oh.
Bye, everyone.
Bye
Bye.
bye.